I don't just want to say answered prayers. I am living in what is the proof of alignment, hard work, and good connections. And I think that there is, it's been tricky. If you follow me on TikTok, and I will insert the video here, if you've been following me for a long time, or you might have seen the clip, it went viral. So I think that how I feel about New York, of course, has a lot to do with my job, but has a lot to do with the way that I've been able to experience New York. And when I say that, I mean financially. New York these prices are out of control. I've never seen shit like this. I talked about how it was expensive to dream because somebody asked me how I was able to sustain in New York City. And I think what's important to note is that my first job in beauty and fashion paid me $24,000 a year. I couldn't afford to do it. And in my video about it's important to dream, I spoke particularly to the socioeconomic hindrances that face Black talent when they want to enter into these very challenging industries that do not pay when you begin. And I was very transparent about the fact that my parents funded most of my life for the first 2 to 3 years that I was here, subsidized almost the entirety of it. And when I spoke about how it was expensive to dream, I spoke about the fact that there was such value. I was able to be so audacious and so bold in the beginning of my career because I did not have to worry about how my rent was going to get paid or how food was going to end up on the table. You all heard me talk about the first 2 connections that I made in the industry were through family friends. And I think that in this day and age, there is such an aversion to being honest about the way in which some of our blessings come. And I think that a lot of people are the culture of this get it out the mud culture or this bootstrapping culture or this anti-nepotism culture. And I think it's dangerous because I think that, number one, it is dangerous. I've always hated the bootstrapping concept, especially when talking about people of color, because let's stop telling people of color that they can bootstrap. They need to pick themselves up by their bootstraps when most of us are born without bootstraps. And that's why I talked about my expensive to dream piece. Let's stop villainizing or not being open to say, yes, my parents got me in these doors because they had these connections, because we feel like it takes away from our work ethic. One thing that I will always tell people, yes, my parents got me in the door, but I will tell anybody, you put me in a room and I'm going to outwork anybody in the room. I have never felt like it took away from